Hello and welcome back to Sorare Sunday, and this is for the week starting the 17th of February to the 23rd. So let's have a look at what happened this week. Okay, so going back to last weekend, we had not kind of disappointing, I'm not going to lie. We started really strong. There was even some money in the stuff, and then Monday absolutely decimated us. So I think it might have been the J League starting maybe. There was more games on Monday than there usually are or something like that. But we ended up only getting 6 boxes. As you can see, our special ultra defensive didn't do too well. 2 of my keepers didn't even play. So this is difficult when you're starting the season with the J League. You don't know if they're going to be playing or not. But also, Wirelesson has just come back from injury, so I assumed he'd be straight back in and wasn't. So nothing too major from there. Apart from Lewis Mayo getting, I think, is that goal assist? He got an assist. Damn. For a defender, not too shabby. And then in, how close were we? We weren't close with anything. And then in our next special All-Star, Theo Val's showing again why I picked him for the player to watch, getting a goal, 95 score, but then Chinen, I think it is, or Shin. Getting a 77 is pretty decent, but overall, everyone else just did okay. Well, I mean, everyone else doing okay. Ilgu Park did not do well, 21. That's pretty poor. So nothing from the All-Star stuff. Oh my goodness, did Ronaldo, he got confused. He usually scores the other way. Got an own goal. Terrible stuff. I also realised that a few players didn't play because there's European games and there's rotation at this sort of time. So I think that's probably why. And I think also Devlin might have been injured for a bit. I don't know. But not great. But then we got into the Premier League and we did get 1-star box from our Brentford team. Brentford played really well, got a 1-0 win against West Ham. Flecken getting a clean sheet bonus and an 84. Sade getting a goal with a 69 score. Everyone else actually not doing great, so I'm not surprised we didn't get a massive reward there. We probably were, we were only 29 points ahead of the very bottom of what you can do, and we weren't really that close to the next one up. We were only 7 points away with this team. Really annoyed that I picked Harry Wilson because I realised after he was injured, but it was too late. And Richarlison keeps getting little injuries and ends up not playing most games. So both of those, annoyed that I played him because I definitely would have got something. Because Trossard getting an assist and 101, really good score. Bednarak getting an 84. He's a really good defender. I say for a relegated team, basically, Southampton, I can't imagine getting out of it. He's done very well this season in terms of scores and stuff. So, and he also plays for Poland, I think, the national team. So when internationals come around, he's probably going to be a player that I play. So interesting that he's still doing really well, even though they lose and are struggling. It's, maybe one to keep an eye on. Maybe he'll move from Southampton next season, a Premier League team, maybe a lower Premier League team. Keep an eye on him. Then we've got our Nottingham Forest team, which I'm so annoyed that Dominguez didn't play because we 101 with a goal for Chris Wood. Everyone else playing pretty well. Sells getting a 71, Anderson getting a 64. If we'd have just got that little bit more, we would have got something from that. So the in-season Premier League stuff, a bit frustrating, I'm not going to lie. Then the classics. We got 2 boxes. Wan-Bissaka getting a last man tackle twice with 122. He's another great defender. And I can't believe when it was originally announced, Wan-Bissaka transferred from Man United, I was like, really? He's such a good player. And this has kind of been one of those things that proves it. He's playing it really good football again. He's not too old either. I wonder if he might be in a shout for an England cap. If he has, I don't know if he's got any other sort of nationalities that he can. Cause so many players have dual nationality and stuff, and they go play for a different team if they don't get picked. I wonder if he will be able to play for England. If he will, he's potentially one that Tuchel will be looking at, thinking, I might give him a shout because we're struggling with wingers at the back at the moment. We've got injured or old men at the back. We need to start thinking ahead. Ipswich getting a 1-1 draw against Aston Villa. Incredible. So happy with that. I have moved them down to classic though, because I feel like I could probably get more. Hasn't worked this season, but I think this week even. But I think if I keep putting teams with higher scoring potential players, I probably get more than if I just keep the Ipswich team in there in season. It hurts me not to put them in, but it just at the moment seems like the best move to make. I don't have although I just got Palmer. I managed to pick him up. So I didn't have him for this week, but next week I'm going to have Palmer. But Muric was obviously not going to play. Delap getting a goal, captained 99. Hutchison getting the assist, getting an 80. Great assist and goal if you've seen it. Superb stuff. Should not have had a sending off in the game for Tenzebe, I think it is. I refuse to believe those 2 yellow cards were yellow cards. But it is what it is. In the Premier League, you have to deal with some tough decisions, and they managed to get a draw out of a 10-man game. That's really impressive. So Ipswich, they're stringing me along because I kind of had lost a little bit of hope, thinking they're basically relegated. Now look at them. They're getting a draw when they're down to 10 men against Aston Villa. If they get a draw or a win against Tottenham today, I'm filming this on Saturday, I'll be very, very happy and kind of starting to think, maybe this is a possibility. So yeah, that's the Ipswich team. And then our other team, mainly Bournemouth with Fulham and Newcastle, Dubravka there. Dubravka obviously playing, I think Pope must be injured or something. I think he must be out of favour as well, because I saw that Newcastle are looking to sign Trafford. So I'm not really sure if his injury's so bad that Pope will have to retire, or if Pope's just not good enough anymore, or the manager doesn't like him that much, so he's looking to just move him on. Dubravka, usually fairly good goalkeeper. Against Man City, 4-0, there's not much you can do. Man City sometimes just turn that heat on and you just have to take it, sort of thing. But the Bournemouth game looked like they played well against Southampton. Otara getting a goal, Christie getting an assist and a goal, and Semenyo getting an assist. Great lineup for me to have there. And then Joachim Andersen playing. He's another defender, which has played really well through the season, and I was very surprised that was sold on, and plays internationally. So again, another player which is kind of like maybe one to watch. But yeah, from them we got 1-star and 2-star. La Liga, I didn't do great. The Real Valenciano didn't play well. Pafe Cisse giving away a penalty as well. Jasper Clinton did not play well for who is he play for again? Begins with an L. I'm trying to remember. Las Palmas, there you go. He did not play well. Got a 19. Geraldo Becker getting a red card for Real Sociedad. Not ideal, is it? But we did get something for this team. I got the GOAT. I got Anthony. I picked him up before the incredible price rise of him, so I didn't spend that much money on him. So I could probably sell him for a profit, but I don't want to, because look at him. Goal and an assist, 97. Then I also got Luca Bacchio. I think that's Doddy. Again, 138 and captained with a goal and assist as well for Seville. He's pretty decent from the looks of it. I'm really annoyed that we had a non-starter and someone who didn't play for Betis, because otherwise, I mean, yes, Gazzaniga did not play well, but I think we would have got a lot better score and we might have potentially got something more than just a 1-star box. But I'm happy with that still. I'm happy for Anthony as well. He wasn't a terrible player. It's just Man United have some sort of curse over them. Bundesliga did not do well. Only player doing okay, or players, I'd say, is Klosterman and Atubolu. Atubolu is playing really well recently. He's had a good run of form. And then a few people who didn't even play. Like basically my entire front line didn't even play. And Jackson Irvin getting a 5 is... He had a torrid game, flipping heck. Moving on to champions. We got a 2-star box from this one. Højberg getting 2 assists and 136. Great. I'm getting some really high scores with some of my cards, which I'm loving. Jose Sarr not doing well. I don't have a great selection of goalkeepers who do well regularly because they cost like hundreds. But yeah, if you can get a good enough like outfield team, like defenders, midfielders, and strikers, you can do all right within the leagues. You can do okay, sort of thing. So yeah, we got 2-star box from that, mainly thanks to Hjulberg, but also Walker doing pretty well with 70. And it's out 66 is pretty decent. We were somewhere close. I mean, if Kiladi would have played, potentially would have got something here. He's kind of difficult to figure out if he's going to play or not. But yeah, overall played okay, that team. So positive movements going forward. And then in this team, we have Tunzerbi, who got sent off. We've got Anthony Lopez, who's conceded like so many goals. Does that only say 3 goals conceded? I mean, he conceded 7, so they're being very kind with that rating. And then the only player who didn't play terrible, but that's with a captaincy, so he did play pretty poorly, was Nkunku. Kunku, even. And then in the classics, I'm surprised we didn't get something for this team, to be honest. I know we didn't have a goalkeeper who scored, but Danny Welbeck getting an 82 with 2 assists, and De Sciglio, who I think is on loan at Empoli at the moment from somewhere like Juventus or somewhere like that, getting a 66. Kiki Perez getting an 89. Like, those are some good scores. We were probably... 45 points isn't a lot, but we were a little bit hard done by not to get something from that. And then 100 for Donham is pretty decent as well. And Alessandro getting 75, Tielemans getting 79. So we got some high scores, just didn't quite do enough to get anything from the classic leagues. Moving back to Challenger, and this is where I feel really hard done by. When it gets down to like 10 points or so, you think, oh, we're so close. And it's so annoying because Dragonez, I think, must be injured because he's not been played, but he's played really well recently. And so I was thinking he was like a shoo-in to, get us a great score. But if I put him 11 points off, Griffin Yao playing really well. He's an American. I wonder if he'll start playing internationally, like for his national team. It's a possibility because he's a young striker who's playing pretty well in the Juniper League. Getting an assist in 80. Bonsu Bar getting a goal for Genk. And yeah, getting an 87. So 2 really good Belgian league players there. Broom getting a 106 and being captained. But the rest of this team did play quite poorly. So still 19 points off, even though they didn't get that higher score. I was like, we're so close to getting something, And this team didn't really. Although, again, a 75 and an 89, Kirk and Vandenberg. You think, oh, you know what? We're nearly there. But Kenneth Taylor must be carrying an injury or being rested. And Morrison just had a howler. So it wasn't to be. And then 7 points to safety. So we did so poorly that we got relegated in this team. Down to Division 5, I think it was. And I don't think there's many people I can really highlight here, apart from maybe Broad, who got a 90, but everyone else playing pretty poor. Moving on to Contender, and 21 points, 28 points off. We're so close to a lot, and this is where I think Monday killed us. There was some games played on Monday, and it just killed off a lot of our teams, which were just on the cusp of getting something. Do you know what I mean? So we didn't do well enough to win stuff anyway. But you like with this team, you look at it and you think 91 with a keeper, kept a clean sheet, and a goal for the defender getting a 66. You feel like you should get something there, but you didn't. But we did get something with our Hibs team, 90 for the keeper, keeping a clean sheet. Everyone else playing okay, not fantastic, but getting a 1-star box for it. And then nothing for our classics, but the J-League has begun. You'll see I've got a lot of older J-League cards. I've got some new ones, which we'll probably see next week. But yeah, the older J-League cards are going to come into play in Contender. I'm going to have a lot more that I can play. Fukuda even getting a 82 and a goal. Yamamoto getting a 90. Doi getting a 76. So we're getting some players who are playing well at the beginning of the season, but it's going to settle down and we're going to figure out who's playing regularly and who's not, and then we'll probably be able to make a better consistent teams from them. It's just with J League, I don't keep up with the transfers and stuff, so I kind of let the first couple of weeks be my guide onto who's playing well, who's not, and stuff like that. And then nothing from the under 23s. Lewis Potter doing well with 91. Skeshgol getting an 81. And other than that, not very great. So that was the weekend. A bit disappointing because we were so close with a lot of those leagues. But we were more disappointment in the midweek. We were doing All-Star and European leagues, only Europa. I didn't have enough for Champions League. So we did get 129 points with Yuri Tielemans and a goal. 55 from Walker, 49 from Rashford, and Till coming on and getting a 46. I didn't put my keeper on this team, and I kind of wish... I mean, I didn't put a keeper that played in this team, and I kind of wish I'd switched them, because a 74 and a clean sheet for Ilgu Park would have got us a reward. Would have got us something, you know? I mean, it would have got us a box, but that's something, you know what I mean? But it wasn't to be, and Jordi Alba didn't play, Jimenez didn't play, and then AZ Drew even, but the two players which I picked didn't play that well. I did have the keeper for AZ as well, and Penatara, but again the keeper played well, but the outfield didn't have any of the players which did anything that good. Sarah didn't do that great either. Kenneth Taylor came on as a sub and scored a goal. There's that, but we were just too far off. I mean, 17 points is really close. It's very annoying that we didn't do something. I mean, if I'd have put Kenneth Taylor there instead of Sergi Altamira, we would have literally just been on the cusp of a reward. We might have even been 0 point something away from reward. So I'm not sure if that's good or bad that we missed out on that. So that's what happened this week. We're now going to jump over to have a look at our player to watch. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier in this video, we have got the J League starting this week, and so I thought probably best to have a look at good J League players, but not ones which are super expensive. Ones which are a little bit more affordable but look pretty decent. And this one, this person, Akito Suzuki, plays for Shonan, and is young, only 21. So he plays in the Contender League as it's J League, and he is scoring for fun at the moment. He's a youngster who's just started to break through into the first team and looks like he's having an absolute blast with it. He's scoring goals left, right and centre, and he started the season off scoring 2 and getting the win for his team for the first game of the season against Osaka, which I think are a pretty good team from what I remember. So I'm thinking he's a good shout. He's not overly expensive. His price probably will go up seeing as he scored a couple of goals. You can pick him up for around about £10-12. Depending on bids as well, you might be able to pick him up a little bit cheaper. Maybe manager sales. But you can also go for one card which isn't in the what's it called, in season. And you can pick him up for £3, £4. You know, so he's got potential as a player that you can put in maybe as because you're allowed one non-in season. He could be the one non-in season you play in Contender or something like that. If he's going to be scoring regularly, he might be a good shout. So yeah, he's the player I'm thinking of. He's young. He's got plenty of time to grow and become better and better. He's got goals already in this top level, and he seems to be played first team starter regularly now. They've obviously seen that he's a bit of a superstar and they're going to play him. So yep, he's my shout for the player to watch. And we're not gonna hang around. We're gonna now go on to look at what's in the box. What's in the box? Okay, so we have 5 boxes from Rivals and 7 from Limited. I think one of them, so we have obviously the 6 from that weekend before, and I think I have one because I won a auction on one of the, I think it's an MLS player. So we might have an MLS player. We might have a, I just realised I got my patch note bloke stuff up, and you won't be able to see all the stuff at the top of my screen. That's silly, isn't it? Sorry about that. We'll just switch it over and then we'll keep this in so you're aware that's what's happened, because I'm not re-recording all that. So yeah, we've got Rivals. We've got one box which is like either essence or a card, and then 6 boxes from the weekend before. We are also one away from being able to do an essence pull, so we're going to do that as well. As soon as we get one extra essence, we're going to do the essence pull straight away, I think. So Rivals is coming to a close very soon in the next couple of weeks, and I'm kind of glad because I'm sucking at it. I'm doing awful. But we're going to start opening our Rivals boxes. They are going to replace it with something similar to Daily Hoops, apparently. So I'm not sure what that's going to be yet, and they haven't really put much information out about it. But there is going to be a free-to-play option available still for replacing Rivals, but we just haven't got any information about it yet. Just waiting for Rivals to go, really. This has been the worst pull from Rivals boxes I've had for a while. I think, free arena tickets, all arena tickets, mostly ones as well. But I don't mind. I'll finish up the Rivals by playing it for like the next week or so, and I'm not sure when it actually ends, but it'll be ending soon, I think. So, I might as well play it through to the end. But let's open some of these boxes. I think I'm going to get some essence. Yeah, there we go. I think a lot of the boxes have had their essence pulls increased and stuff like that, because people were complaining before. So that's good, because it means that you can do more of this. But we're going to do a slide to craft. See what we get for our T5 plus essence pull. Oh. Jamaica. Okay, interesting. Defender. Oh, that's a MLS player. Nice. We got an MLS player. 25-year-old Jamaican defender. Javian Brown, I think it is. Javanian Brown. I don't know. I'm going to go with just Brown. But he looks like he does play sometimes. At 51, that might be a decent pull because MLS is one of those ones which has got its own league now. So it could potentially be one that I could use. That's actually not too shabby. I like that. 5 essence. Smashed it with La Liga. Move on to the next one. 2-star box. We're wanting lots and lots of essence, not that. We don't want the market credit. I think also market credit's being taken away, or something's changing with that as well. They're doing a lot of changes to the system, how everything works. Hopefully it will be for the better, but we'll just have to keep playing and see. They do tend to readjust if things haven't gone as well. Or things don't work out how they quite wanted them to. 2 more essence. We're on 9 essence. We have 2 more boxes left. 5. Damn. Smashing the essence at the moment. So we're up to 14. What's our last box going to give us? 1 essence. So we're 5 away from another essence pull for next week. I am hoping we're going to be able to do that, but I'm pretty sure we will. We're looking but Monday might kill us again. I was going to say we're looking like we're doing all right this weekend, but it could go terribly wrong. So that was not too bad. Let's just have a quick look at my card that I got. Javian Brown. He plays for Real Salt Lake. He's only 25, so he's not an old man close to retirement. Do you know what I mean? And he does... it's inconsistent, but he does play, and he does get fairly good scores. Now, he is a bit of a risky one to chuck out there as, if we're not sure he's going to play, I might just get a 0 score for him, a DMP, but he might also just be worth it. I mean, he's worth like 2-3 quid at the moment, but MLS cards are inflated in price at the moment because of the new release. So maybe he's only worth like 50-60p in reality, but the price is just gouged at the moment because people are trying to get all of their MLS cards. Okay, cool. That's not a bad card to pull. I'm happy with that. We're now going to jump over and have a look at the NBA. Okay, NBA, the changes they've made in the last couple of weeks have been great for me anyway, and it's really clicking. The biggest thing is the introduction to daily pickup, right? So I have consistently been able to do a daily pickup for commons and sometimes for limited and win essence for commons. And they've changed the way that you do commons. You have essence to be able to buy or unlock cards. You don't have to do a random. You can pick a card and it has a certain amount of essence to buy it. I also won a tier 4 common card. It wasn't that great, but it's a card nonetheless. Do you know what I mean? So I've rebuilt up my commons collection and I can actually start getting good scores. Now, you can't really get a lot in terms, you have to get quite a high score. I mean, we're only 4 points away, look, from a box, which is a bit annoying. We were so close. But, you can build up a commons sort of collection very easily now using the daily pickups. And I think that's been a really good addition. It does not like me at the moment. So this week we did really well with our common stuff. We got a 3-star box from this one and a 200. We came in a top 2%. Absolutely smashed it. Got a 3-star box the day before as well and 200. So like I said, it's starting to click. I'm starting to figure it out. Do you know what I mean? And even though, look at that, terrible, we still got 20 essence. So it means that you can still continue. You still don't you're not behind if you're not able to field a really good team. You still can build up your commons collection or maybe save some for a really big card that can help you later on. And it makes sense, this new system that it brought in. So loving the update. And as you can see, where did we start? Where did we start the week? 17th. So we're well past it. So you can see this week done really well. Got a couple of boxes from this. And then also in the pro stuff, we had quite a successful time the last couple of days as well with that. Got a 1-star box and a 2-tier card from my common contender. And then I also got a 1-star box from this underdog, which Chris Dunn even, not Kevin. Chris Dunn getting 47 really pulled, he was carrying the team on his back. Did pretty well. That team, the less we talk about, the better. But we're getting closer and closer to rewards each time as well. 28 points and 29 points there. We're fielding okay teams. We just have to build up our limited collection when we can. It's just more expensive in NBA, and I don't know good cards to pick up really. So I think I've got a fairly good selection at the moment. I don't really want to be adding too much unless there's a card where I'm he's definitely good and he's affordable. Not I don't really want to be spending 20-30 quid. I keep it under the 15 quid range if I'm going to spend any money on these NBA cards. And then the one before, we got a tier 3 common with our commons contender, but we were again 10 points off here. Look at that, we were so close. 13 points, that was a superb. Everyone in the 30s or 40s apart from freaking Davian Mitchell. 22, 9 points. We were so close with this week. It's so annoying. So yeah, overall, a really good week with our NBA, and the changes that they've made for NBA have been really positive, I think. And hopefully the rest, let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully the rest of the community has found it as good and helpful as I have. I'm obviously not as good, so at this whole NBA area. So maybe there's some people who are a lot better, have a higher collection, and they don't like the change to commons, or they change to the dailies. So let me know what you think in the comments. But we have some boxes to open. So we're going to open 4 boxes. A couple of them are 3 stars, which I think are pretty decent. So we're going to open one now and see what we get from that. Get an essence. 5 essence. That's not bad. We need 50, I think it is. 50 for the lowest essence pull that we can do. So that's what we're looking to get. Let's 3 more boxes to open. I'd have a feeling we're not going to get 50 this week, but if we can keep that momentum going, we might very well be able to get an essence pull next week or the week after. 3 essence. We're 41. We're only 9 off, to be honest. If we get like an amazing pull here, 10 essence. No, it's just money. So 9 essence we need to get. And we got some market credit, which, you know how I feel about this. I've said every week, if I get market credit, it's like, great, you just want me to spend money. Because this is only 50% of, it's like up 50% off. And you have to pay the other 50%. I don't know, it just makes me want to spend money, and I don't like that. But yeah, we're 9 off getting an essence pull. If we do well in the daily hoops and the pros, I mean, we're not in line for anything yet, but a lot of people left to play. We're getting some high scores already. I'm eyeing up this one, thinking that could potentially be a good one. This one, we've got a 55 and a 35, could be quite close. Hopefully Adams plays in this game on the 23rd. I don't know. He has got an injury problem, so he is a risky one to play. And I have actually, I opened up a champion because I've got contender, underdog. I just wanted to see how close I'd get with a champion slot with like some good players. I don't know if I'm going to keep that going. I think I might close it down again because even with some fairly good scores, that team probably would have done better in a contender league than it would have done in this champion league, and I probably missed out on something there, to be honest, which is a little bit frustrating. But we move on, we progress. We're still doing better, and we're still progressing to the point where we actually might be able to build up a fairly good collection of NBA cards. So yeah, let me know if you're enjoying the changes, if you're looking forward to the football changes where they're going to take away rivals, or if you're a little bit like, I really wish they weren't doing that. Also, they've changed the league setup in football as well, in the pros. So with the football stuff, there's no longer, if we go into pro, there's no longer 5 leagues, there's 3. And it's gonna be a bigger leagues, I believe. So like more people in each one. So 1, 2, and 3 are gonna have more people compared to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it might mean getting rewards is a bit harder. It might mean that it's a little bit more skewed towards people who put, like the whales, who put loads of money into it. So let me know what you think, if you're enjoying that idea or not so sure. They've also changed the rewards structure, which we'll see next week, how that works, because we'll be seeing how the rewards go for us. But yeah, it's an interesting time for Sorare, a lot of changes. Let me know what you think. Also, I'll say it again this week. Let me know if you're going for Major League Baseball when it comes live next month. And if you've got any tips or hints for Major League Baseball, because it's something which I would like to try and do, at least with the commons, maybe like the free-to-play version, and see how that goes. Because I do love American sports, so it's nice to get involved with stuff like that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Remember to come back next week to see more Sorare Sunday. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you.